I always thought that me waking up in the morning without motivation and being sluggish and tired had to do with my bedtimes. I always thought that I was sluggish in the morning and tired because I didn't sleep well. I always thought that that was the case until I figured out that that is bullshit. Of course it is about hours you sleep. I sleep between 6.5 and 8.5 hours a day every night. That depends on your personal, on your body, on the amount of rest you need. If you really have like physical work, you might need a little bit more. And when you do weightlifting, then when you're sitting at the desk every day, like you will know at which amount of hours you are well rested. Sleep that amount of hours every day. But besides that, if you always do that and you're still tired, it is probably because of another reason. And that reason is food. Why is it food, and what has food to do with your sleep? Like, that doesn't make sense, John. What the fuck are you saying? It does. I can tell you out of experience. Oops, my dog. I can tell you out of experience that for me, some vegetables made me tired in the morning. So I was on an elimination diet like a year ago or 6 months ago, and I only ate chicken, sweet potatoes, spinach and eggs. I only ate that, like literally only that. And I woke up every morning tired and demotivated, and I was like, oh, my body like has to adapt to this new style of living, and maybe it will eventually go over, and it never did. I came across a video of Dr. Anthony Chavey about plants, that plants are trying to kill you. Everyone has their own opinion about this after I spoke about it a lot with a lot of people. But it's a fact, it's a plain fact that there are toxic chemicals in plants. Like whatever you say, that is true. Their defense mechanism is toxic chemicals because they cannot defend them like animals can. They can run away, they can bite, they can fight. Plants release this toxic chemical when they get like snatched, when the vegetables are picked, basically. Then they will release those toxic chemicals. For me, those toxic chemicals in spinach made me wake up demotivated. I was on an internship, so I woke up at the same time every day and I went to bed at the same time every day, so I had a really consistent sleep schedule. And I cut out the spinach. I just stopped eating spinach because I wanted to try it, because I already was on an elimination diet, right? And literally the day after, not even a week later, the day after that I cut it out, like of course I didn't eat it for that night, I woke up perfectly rested with a ton of motivation. I was so motivated to conquer the day and to just start the day. I literally never felt that feeling. And that is because for me, probably I am like sensitive to the chemicals in spinach, the toxic chemicals in spinach. That could be different for you. You could have it in like salad or like broccoli, whatever, some paprika, something like that. You can have it in different things. But I noticed that when I cut out the vegetables, so like the spinach that I was eating, that feeling completely went away. And I thought that it had to do with my sleep. And it clearly didn't, because I slept 7.5 hours every day, 7 hours, 7.5 hours. I went to bed at the same times. Basically all the right things to get a good night of sleep. And what happened after I cut out the vegetables, I got that night of sleep. And of course after those nights it kept being good and great until I slipped up with my sleep schedule. So like when I stopped with my internship, I went to bed later, blah blah. But I know that when I go to bed at the same time every day and I don't eat vegetables, like in this case spinach, but I just don't eat vegetables in general because I think that you do not need it, I have perfect nights of sleep, like no problems at all. I also noticed, like when I graduated from my study, from my university, I went out like for dinner with my family, and I ate a lot of carbs, which I didn't do before. I was on keto diet. I ate a lot of carbs, I ate a lot of sugars, and also in the night I ate that like for dinner, a lot of sugar and carbs. Okay, what happened? And pizza is also really heavy. I woke up really sluggish, like I was not really tired, really sluggish. So for me, the toxins in spinach and vegetables made me demotivated, and carbs, like especially grains, grains, that made me really sluggish when I woke up, because I experimented with it. I ate bread before sleep, and I cut it out eventually, and that feeling went away. Probably because your body is digesting this overnight, and when you wake up, you feel the results of that, and it's heavy to digest because carbs are heavy to digest. So maybe you get a less good night of sleep. I don't really know, a worse night of sleep. So try those things. But it's just all out of my own experience. I experimented with this the last 6 months, maybe a little bit longer, and now I exactly know how to get a good night of sleep. Don't eat sugar before sleep, don't eat carbs before sleep, and don't eat vegetables, in my case spinach, because with salad I don't really have that problem. But yeah, I don't think I need vegetables, so I'm thriving without. My point is, try this for yourself. If you sleep like 7 hours every day, maybe 6.5, like a good night. Where the fuck is my dog? Bobby! My guy disappeared. Bobby! So try it out for yourself. If you get a good night of sleep every day and you think like, why do I feel this way? Why do I never woke up motivated? That was my problem. I never woke up motivated. Try to cut out some things. Just try to eat for dinner today or tomorrow. Only eat meat for dinner, and maybe some fruit or something if you want. Maybe literally some big ground beef, some steak, whatever. Try that. And then try that for a week. Try to add in some things like eat bread before dinner, and look what happens. Look how you wake up. Try to add in vegetables, look what happens. Your body is really like consistent with those signals, because it just constantly reacts the same way on the things you eat. So you don't have to worry that the one day that you eat vegetables that you will feel terrible, and the other day you will feel great. No, you will just feel the same way with the same vegetables. So just try and add in and remove things over time. And yeah, try to look what works the best for you. And of course, if you eat a super consistent diet, a carnivore diet, keto diet, whatever you want, or animal based, you eat a really good diet without processed foods, and you still have a bad night of sleep, it could also just be because you sleep not enough. Because a lot of people don't sleep enough hours because they don't think they need it, but they just never felt how it felt to be well rested. Or it could be because you don't have consistent sleeping hours, which is also really important. So yeah, try these things, write it down, experiment with it in the coming days, and come back to this video to let me know how it went, because I'm quite curious, because I'm now really happy that I have good nights of sleep. And of course, caffeine, by the way, caffeine also really affects your sleep, but that's a way more known fact. So also don't ingest caffeine more than 12 hours or less than 12 hours before sleep. So don't drink caffeine at 3 p.m. if you want to sleep at 11 p.m. because then the caffeine will be still in your body and you won't be able to sleep a good night of sleep, because your deep sleep will be affected. Okay, I will stop yapping. Thanks for listening. Let me know how it goes, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.